That's why today's show title is Enough About the Cake. I saw so many clips of me and you talking about that cake. Like every clip channel. And you know what the worst part was? It was most of those clip channels, it was their most watched clip of that day. Like these clip channels cut multiple shows, multiple things a day. And Steel Toe is usually the most viewed one, and I'm honored by that. We're a popular little program here. But it's the fact that you work so hard, you dig up stories, you develop takes, you read about what's going on in the world, and you go, and we're going to make this funny today. And then the clip that everyone watches is you talking about a stupid wedding cake, or you talking about why someone couldn't go to a wedding. And you really, like, I look at it and I get angrier as I get older, and I just go, none of this is worth saving. Misery Loves Clips, who I love on YouTube and Twitter, posted a clip of Keanu melting down over the tiny cake controversy.
Now that I actually want to see, though, if I'm honest.
Why are we crying about the... Oh, my God. And you know what? Because who defended her backstabbing, lying ass about that cake? Everyone wanted us to rip her to shreds over that cake, and we said, fuck it, it's the cake they wanted. The Skittles, that's a joke. That's a funny thing. You called it low rent.
Yeah.
All I pointed out was the Bernatello's pizza cardboard that was underneath the cake. That's all I did.
It wasn't even like a wax top one. I mean, like even Walmart, when you get like the $9 cakes, like they have the wax top cardboard thing, like it's nicer. The moisture doesn't soak into it. That was just like a piece of cardboard, like they cut it off a box.
And then she says, scolds stupid idiot Toe. That would be me, because she calls me Toe now because she's got her heel persona going. For saying Anthony Cumia would not be at her wedding when he was. When did I say he wouldn't be there? Did I say that?
I don't recall.
If I said that, I didn't mean it. I figured he would be there. He lives in South Carolina. If he didn't show up, he'd be a really shitty friend. I think the only thing I said was, oh, I'm a piece of shit and I'm garbage, but here's a guy who actually did something to a woman, and he's fine. He's totally okay. All I was doing was calling out Keanu's double standard and that maybe there's a secondary monetary and internet clout motive for making the turn, if you will. That's all I said. That's the only way I use, and that bothered Anthony as well, which, come on, little old me. Let it go. Water off a duck's back. You were just used as a prop. You weren't even the main thrust of the whole thing. So I can't, Johnny, my point is I can't escape this cake thing.
Right. Well, I'm going to be honest. I do want to see Keanu flip out about the cake. So even if you don't cover it, I'm going to watch it later. I don't know that I'll cover it on my show, but I'll definitely check out Keanu losing it on the cake.
Oh, boy.
No matter what, like, dude, you had your cake. I assume you ate it too. There's no way you can take it back now. Like, who cares what people think about your fucking cake?
God, do I want to play the fucking cake clip? Today's episode is titled Enough About the Cake.
Yeah, so we should do the cake clip.
All right, here we go.
Contrary to stupid idiot Toe's belief.
So right there, right off the bat.
Start so well.
Stupid idiot Toe. It's pronounced Aaron, you jerk. God, it's like you're not even trying.
For some reason that Anthony and Missy wouldn't be at our wedding.
When did I say this?
Again, I don't know.
The only thing I said, and maybe this is a reading and visual comprehension issue that we have educationally in this country. All I said was the thing you objected to doesn't seem to be a standard that's applied uniform throughout. In fact, what I said was he probably is going. That strikes me as a little strange.
Of course, they were there. We saw them the night before. We saw the
they're really so fun and nice. Really.
So lovely.
Yeah.
First of all, it shouldn't matter what I say. But second of all, if I said they wouldn't be there, I apologize. I
misspoke.
I never felt it in my heart and soul. I'm sorry.
Kumia and Missy were at our wedding. They were never not going to be at our wedding. And actually, we laughed about that. I'm like, he's like, stupid idiot thinks that we weren't coming, but we knew you were.
I never said I was. And I also have to say, you had your biggest night of your life. You got married. And you're venting about me on your wedding night? You're like, that asshole Aaron, that piece of shit. You know what? I apologize. I thought this whole thing was you trying to get clicks and views. It clearly wasn't because it didn't work. But now I know that it's actually this hatred is in your bones. It's nice to know.
I mean, it's
good.
You guys realize you have a honeymoon to get to right now.
Yeah, you guys got shit to do. You're supposed to be busy right now. This is a bad start to the wedding. Or
You're supposed to be or something.
This is a bad start to the marriage. And I know about bad marriages. Thank you very much. You better
This
start.
looks like something I would have done. And look, my track record.
You better start believing in bad marriages, Miss Thompson. You're in one. So, I guess I came up. I'm honored. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I didn't say that they weren't going to be there.
Oh my God.
Anybody knows me knows I love Skittles, and I didn't want a wedding cake.
Oh no, Keanu, don't do this. You
Don't justify it. It's only going to make it worse.
Don't do this to yourself. Do not turn on a camera and stream it to the internet. You crying about a cake.
Everyone knows I love fucking Skittles, and I didn't even want a wedding cake. So we just bought one at Quick Trip, and we put some Skittles on it just to make something happen.
It's the internet, darling. Nobody cares. They just want to bust your balls. They want to make fun of you. You could have had a beautiful 3-tier cake, and people would have went, stupid bitch. That's just the way the internet is. You need to stop seeking validation from these people. All right? You need to... And you don't need to be talking right now, but you don't need to be on the internet talking, especially about a cake. And that nice podcast, stupid guy, he's a troll. He's a dick. He's an idiot. And you go, why? He goes, why Skittles on the wedding cake? You know he's just trying to elicit a reaction out of you. I mean, this chick shoved the katana in my back when I was nothing but nice and supportive to her, and I'm still trying to defend her in a weird way.
I cannot do one more thing. I don't give up the cake. I'm like, I don't care about cutting the cake. I don't care. It came down to the wire, and I went, I don't give about a cake. Don't care about it.
Then don't get a cake.
Then yeah, don't get a cake. You know
have
cupcakes.
You know how many weddings I've been to where there's been no cake? It was fine.
And I was pissed off every time. Why do you think I bought you a present? I came for the cake.
If you had a cake and no open bar, people would have preferred no cake and an open bar than a cake and cash bar. If your wedding had a cash bar, you motherfucker.
Then in the morning, and I'm like, if I didn't get a cake by now, I don't give a cake.
Why are we crying and melting down the day after our wedding? This should be a happy time. We should be thrilled. Guys, do me a favor. If you get married, don't start streaming the next day. Stop living your life for the internet. Meet real. You just had a wedding with a bunch of real people. Do that.
Don't you have a husband you're attracted to and in love with? Shouldn't you be busy right now? I don't know, spending time with that person?
No, she has Gino. Didn't you know she married Gino? What are you talking about? God, you don't pay attention.
Never mind. Now it makes sense. I'd do anything I could get away from that greasy wop too. I mean, whatever we got to do.
See, now this is bigotry and racism. I didn't want to play this clip because I knew it would get ugly. I just love that they're at her wedding and they're like, Toe guy said you wouldn't be here. It's like, I know, that fucking dick. And it's like, first of all, I didn't say that. Second of all,
and they didn't like the cake. I didn't even want a cake. Like, you're getting defensive about this. It's not good.
Second of all, don't talk about me at your wedding. It's not the good look that you think it is. And now we're crying about a cake. And as the title of today's episode says, enough about the cake.
And if anyone has anything that they should say to object to this union, speak now or forever hold your peace. Another win for the toe.
You just got married and you're spending time with your mommy rather than with your husband. Go be with your husband.
I said, we have a cake. We took those fuckers out of my mom's car. She said, we took care of it. I look at it, and it's just a Harris Teeter cake covered in Skittles and then with some flowers popped on top.
I didn't see the flowers. That's funny.
Yeah, they probably tried to make it look as good as it could. We left it in the car all day.
Yeah.
Stop defending yourself over a stupid cake. This is embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
And I didn't care.
Wait a minute. It was a frozen fake, okay?
Oh, so we were defrosting them. And people are like, why do they have this hideous wedding cake? I'm like, I didn't even want it there.
It's a joke, okay? It's kind of
I get it.
It's a joke, like your wedding. It's just like your marriage. It's a joke.
I don't endorse that. As a man who's had marriages fall apart, that's a very sad concept and idea. That was Johnny who said that. What a terrible guy he is, huh?
I know, I'm an ass.
I don't give about it.
You don't.
Doesn't seem like that.
Look, I'm not a therapist. I've watched one now for a while. I'm not medically certified to make any kind of judgment on this, but I feel like I don't give about the cake is a less than accurate statement.
At this point with this video, I feel like some feelings have been repeatedly issued about the cake.
And I knew more cake shit was going to come up the minute I titled today's episode, Enough About the Cake.
I worked so hard to make this thing exactly how I want it from afar. I can't find a bakery. I don't give about it. Sheet cake. I told her, don't even bother with the cake, but she loves Skittles. Well, it'll be fine. And then there were some weird little leaves piled on top.
I told her the Skittles.
Is she crying about the cake? It's your wedding. Don't cry about the cake.
It was ridiculous. The rest of the cake, we didn't think to touch it. And they took it away.
Right.
And then Amy gave the rest of it to a homeless man.
Which is so nice of her.
It is.
It's just so nice of her. She's giving him diabetes. He'll never be able to afford insulin.
I don't know why we're dedicating so much of our life to the cake. And I don't know why we're talking about me at your wedding. That's not a good look. It's not a good look. And to Anthony Cumia, you're going to Anthony Cumia, the guy who employed your husband for years, and you're going like, tall guy. It's like, you're getting married, all right? You need to relax. You need to take it.
You don't have anything more important to worry about right now?
And also, the lies. That's what hurts the most, Johnny. The lies. Never said they wouldn't be there. How dare they? Mr. Me says, dude, she's obsessed with you. It's weird. It is a little odd. I don't fully understand it, but then, you're trying to get in someone else's head and what they think and what they feel, and you don't know them on a daily basis, so who knows what the f***'s kicking around in there. Coltrane with $1 says that cake is the product of being jobless. Her job is to suck cock for a couple weeks before she cuts him off completely. LOL. See, now a lot of this is just, I feel like I get blamed for a lot of our audience's meanness.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. We all get blamed for what the audience, kind of tells us about stories. They've got their accusations about you, me, everybody believes them. It's not true.
Elza Belza says she just got married and she's streaming with some chocolate chip cookie lookalike talking about the ugliest wedding cake ever, marriage made in heaven. Well, that's the other thing. If the wedding cake talk bothers you, I'm sure going on a stream and making excuses about the cake is going to make it all better.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody's going to clip that and then that clip circulate and us make fun of you. Oh, wait, no, that just happened. We just did that. Never mind. Sorry.
Nana's Clam says, funny part is I didn't hate the cake. But I also don't really have an opinion because it's just a goddamn cake. That's it's in cake, man. Bigot on Socialist Media says I'm starting to think Keanu wants to f Aaron. Why does she have such bad taste in men? Clopograb says, to be fair, Gino is probably in a coma from booze. Fairness. Somebody, too, says, wait, they wasted a cake? There are starving homeless people that would have loved to eat that cake. A homeless person did eat the cake.
They gave a cake to a homeless person.
They gave a homeless person a crunchy, shitty diabetes cake. King Kong Dong says Keanu is the example of the trolls having you live rent-free in their head. I mean, I certainly wouldn't bring up internet people. If I got married again, you wouldn't hear me at my wedding talking to some random person and going, fucking Patrick Melton, do you hear what he said about our wedding? Like, it's a happy day. I don't want to bring up losers. I should be a loser to you.